Talk a little bit about that big victory. You guys started quickly.
Yeah, we've had a 4-week preseason, and now the season's underway. Yesterday was a nice first step. Detroit Mercy, new program. Give them a lot of credit. They're working hard at building something there. But for our team, that was a nice first step in the direction that we want to be heading.
I was going to say, you get points from 18 players altogether. 41 total Ohio State players saw action in that game. So that's kind of a nice way to start, too, because you get everybody involved early on.
Well, it was. We had an opportunity to take a look at a lot of combinations, a lot of guys yesterday. Expectations for guys are high from the starting lineup to guys coming off the bench. I think this is a big week for us. We prepare for a Navy team that is top 10 in the country, and will be a real test for this program.
Ohio State men's lacrosse coach Nick Meyer is my guest here at Value City Arena between periods 1 and 2 of Ohio State and Notre Dame. And Nick, you take over a program from Joe Bresci, who returned to his alma mater of North Carolina after last year's 11-6 squad. Very successful. You make it up to number 12 in the nation. You finally fall to number 1 ranked Duke at the time in the NCAA tournament. I believe Duke goes on to win. They go to the national championship before losing in that national championship game. You guys had to be awfully proud of the effort from the guys last year.
Well, it was. The 2008 season was a record-breaking season for the program. First playoff win in the program's history. To be a part of that was really, truly an honor. Joe Bresci, to touch on Coach, he's been a mentor of mine, been a part of his staff for 5 years here. And, taking over this year is a new team. 2009 is a new season, new team. We've talked about that from day one. But we're excited with the bar set very high to build on last year's success.
I was going to say, with that success of last year, though, the future has to seem bright for Ohio State, does it not?
Well, I think it absolutely is. These student athletes are working hard every day to define Buckeye lacrosse, and now that we've got a taste of the playoffs and in winning the playoffs, they certainly want to get back at it.
Next week, as you alluded to, a trip to Annapolis to take on a very strong Navy club, and a big game coming up, I know, on April the 25th when you get Notre Dame over in the Horseshoe. I believe that's part of the spring game activities for football. You got to be excited about some of the games on your schedule.
Well, it is. We have a great schedule. Certainly, first and foremost, we have Navy coming up, and that's our focus right now. Very tough team, disciplined, traditionally one of the top teams in the country, very tough defense. So we know we're going to have our hands full there. But looking ahead, I want to thank, Gene Smith, Coach Tressel, for the opportunity to share that event in Ohio Stadium. That's a special event for this program, an opportunity to play in front of an enormous crowd in a very special stadium. And take on a very good Notre Dame team. So, down the line, that is one that we'll be looking forward to. But right now, our focus is on Navy.
Now, you guys compete in the Great Western Lacrosse League. Overall, how do you see that league as it stacks up with some of the other leagues you see across the country?
Well, it's got to be one of the top teams, top conferences out there right now. Because I think looking back on last year's playoffs, you had 3 teams from the conference that made the playoffs. First time we've ever sent more than 1 team from our conference. So to have 3 make it last year, I think Denver, Notre Dame, and Ohio State are all back, all returning a nice core group of guys. And I think, top to bottom, this is one of the stronger conferences in the NCAA lacrosse.
Now, if there aren't a lot of fans out there that are familiar with the sport of lacrosse, how would you describe it, get them interested in it, and how does maybe your philosophy of lacrosse differ from maybe your predecessor, Joe Bresci?
Well, I think, first and foremost, the game of lacrosse is a fast-paced game. It's action-packed. It's up and down. It's got a lot of contact, a lot of scoring. We averaged just under 14 goals per game last year, which is 3rd in the country. So our philosophy has been and will continue to be an up-and-down style, an aggressive defense that likes to create turnovers and create transition opportunities. So, I would encourage anyone coming out to see the game for the first time to get out and see a home game and experience lacrosse firsthand.
I was going to say, and it's a great venue over there at the Jesse Owens facility to watch lacrosse, is it not?
Yeah, it really is. It's a beautiful stadium. We played indoors, Woody Hayes, yesterday. But our home field is Jesse Owens. It's just a great atmosphere, fun for the whole family. You come out, catch a game, and I don't think you'd be disappointed.
Maybe a couple of keys as you look ahead to this 2009 season for your club?
Well, I think a couple keys for us. We got a new face in the goal, replacing an All-American there. So Brandon Freeman started yesterday for us. He'll start this week versus Navy. I think defensively, Coach Baxter, our head assistant, has taken over the defensive responsibilities for Coach Bresci as I remain on the offensive side. So I think defensively, we have some veterans coming back. Look for us to get some chemistry back there, and then the offense to kind of come along as we move forward here.